Mr. Grunbaum, please stop Mr. Moas. Don't let him manipulate more people with false pretense of being a top-ranked analyst or blogger. Don't give Mr. Moas more time on TV shows or in podcasts and interviews. Mr. Grunbaum, you are CEO of Tipranks.com. Your website, TV and podcast shows displayed the misleading information about Mr. Moas being a licensed top analyst and financial advisor for all these years. That has been his main factor for his presence in the markets in Wall Street and now in cryptocurrencies markets that gave him the needed credibility. Yes, you did correct the part about listing him as a licensed analyst by removing him off, after all these years, which was changed to a simple blogger. But Mr. Grunbaum, according to Mr. Moas, this was not the first time you changed his status, but last time it was the other way around, from a low-ranked simple blogger to a top analyst. Here, let me show you, as I am sure this must be very confusing, just like it is for all of your customers. But I need to take you on a trip down memory lane, back to January 8, 2018, to a tweet from Lily, and I quote, "You advertise, market yourself so much, telling people you're #1 trader, crypto picker. You went on to advertisement shopping channel CNBC, introduced as #1 at Tipranks. I asked you twice for proof, yet you cannot provide. On Tipranks, you are even not close to #1, but number 2250. Mr. Moas replied the next day, on January 9, 2018, with a screenshot of his profile on Tipranks. The profile showed that he is a top 8 analyst. I'm getting a little ahead, and it is better to let you see it with your own eyes. But on the same day, January 9, 2018, Lily replied with a screenshot of Mr. Moas' profile on Tipranks. But wait, this profile displayed Mr. Moas as a simple blogger ranked at number 2932. Mr. Moas replied on the same day, January 9, 2018. You are supposed to be checking my analyst profile. I am not a blogger, and that screenshot you showed me does not have anything to do with my performance. It is a blank profile. This is the ranking tied to my 600 recommendations 2008 to 2017. It appears that the exact same day, January 9, 2018, Mr. Moas had the need to repeat himself. I wonder why. I quote, "You are supposed to be checking my analyst profile. I am not a blogger, and that screenshot you showed me does not have anything to do with my performance. It is a blank profile." Right after, on January 9, 2018, Lily wrote, and I quote, "Thank you for your post, Ronnie. As I had mentioned before, there's discrepancy, because when I search for Ronnie Moas at Tipranks it comes up with different thing." Mr. Moas replied right after and still on January 9, 2018, and I quote, "That is not mine, this is, as of this morning, but I do not use it because my name is not spelled correctly." And last statement from Mr. Moas that day was, and I quote, "Tipranks is currently working on correcting the error and removing the bad file." End of quote. This was very shocking to discover, Mr. Grunbaum. So it seems that it is not the first time Mr. Moas been listed on Tipranks.com as a simple blogger. How did Mr. Moas manage to get the bad file, that displayed him truthfully as a low-ranked blogger, to be switched out? So he suddenly was displayed as a number 8 analyst. Mr. Grunbaum, this is Tipranks' slogan, know who to trust. But this is Mr. Moas' website. When you scroll down, you will find that Mr. Moas advertised with these words, and I quote, #1 audited ranking. Ronnie has a #1 ranking versus more than 3,500 analysts for his 2008 to 2017 performance. See 2 attached files. The screenshot compares Ronnie to 3,795 analysts, and the Excel file compares Standpoint Research to more than 150 research firms. End of quote. Shall we take a look at the screenshot and Excel file? It seems that once again Mr. Moas is misleading people, by either showing a fraudulent screenshot or that Tipranks is displaying him as a #1 audited analyst. Which one is it, Mr. Grunbaum? As a simple due diligence check on your end, would clarify and confirm that Mr. Moas is using Tipranks to misinform the public, or is Tipranks confirming his status as a #1 audited analyst from the year 2008 to 2017? Mr. Grunbaum. All this looks very strange. But I wonder how you can still be the CEO when you keep on apparently making same mistake over and over. How could it be a mistake, when apparently Mr. Moas directly asked you to switch out the profiles? I believe Mr. Moas' own words was, and I quote, "Tipranks is currently working on correcting the error and removing the bad file." End of quote. Mr. Grunbaum, this video was about to be released, when it suddenly came to my attention that you had sent another email. Here, let's share the amazing news with everyone in light of this fantastic confirmation you have brought to us today. And I quote, "We care only about our users and not an analyst endorsement company. The only reason we started Tipranks was to help investors like myself and you to dodge bad advice." Ronnie was not delisted but was moved from an analyst category to a blogger category, after he confirmed he is not a registered analyst. Even though the media we analyze describes him as one. But, given all the emails we are getting, I can assure you, we will take another look at this and make some decisions in the next few weeks. If there is more information you would like to share, please do. End of quote. Mr. Grunbaum, you repeatedly refer to Mr. Moas as Ronnie. And for one who claimed to not know Mr. Moas on a personal level, it is odd that you keep on being on a first-name basis. And that indicates a particular type of relationship, personal versus professional. Mr. Grunbaum, all the media that I have seen that describe Mr. Moas as an licensed analyst, well, they all referred to your company as the source. Mr. Grunbaum, this will be reported to the Federal Trade Commission, the SEC, and to Better Business Bureau. Mr. Grunbaum, here is 31 minutes and 49 seconds of additional information as per your request, for your viewing pleasure.